Long, long ago, in the gentle heart of Enugu-Ukwu, Anambra State, a town where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the moon watched over lovers like an old, patient guardian, there lived a young woman named Amaka, a woman whose heart was as soft as morning prayer and as steady as the first cockcrow at dawn. People said Enugu-Ukwu had many stories, but none as unforgettable as the one I'm about to tell you. For this tale, woven from truth, tears, and the stubbornness of love, is a reminder that even the sweetest hearts can bleed, and even the strongest love can lose its way. Gather close, dear hearts. Let the night settle gently around you. Let the wind carry these words to your spirit. For tonight on Belle Nicole Stories, we journey into a tale whispered by the wind itself, a story of hearts that learned the hard way that love should build, not bruise.
There is a saying where I come from, that love is the only fire that burns the heart while pretending to warm it. But no one ever believes that, until the love begins to sting, until the same hands that once held you start to tremble when they touch you, until the smile that once lit your world becomes the shadow that darkens your peace. This is the story of Amaka and Obinna, a love that began like a sunrise, beautiful, full of promise, but ended like a storm that forgot when to stop raining. Amaka was the kind of woman who made love look easy, the kind that prayed before she loved, and even forgave before she was hurt. Her laughter was soft, but strong enough to break tension in any room. And Obinna was the dream every mother warned her daughter about, but every heart still longed to experience. Handsome, driven, charming, and dangerously convincing.
They met at a wedding, one beautiful Saturday in the bustling town of Awka, just a short journey from Enugu-Ukwu. And when their eyes met across the dance floor, the air between them seemed to change. From that moment, they became inseparable. Amaka became his peace. Obinna became her protector. They prayed together, ate together, dreamed together. And before long, they married and built a home. But as the elders say, love is a spirit. And like every spirit, it demands balance. Too much giving, and it grows greedy. Too much trust, and it begins to test you. At first, it was the little things. Unanswered messages, quiet sighs when she spoke too long, the way his laughter faded when Amaka entered the room. Then came the complaints. I'm stressed. I need space, Amaka. Love shouldn't feel like a cage now, haba. But the truth? He was already holding another woman's hand behind closed doors. Someone who told him he deserved to be free. Someone who called Amaka too emotional, too demanding, too spiritual. It wasn't long before Amaka found out. And when she did, she didn't scream. She didn't throw plates. She just looked at him, tears burning quietly in her eyes. Because sometimes, the loudest heartbreak is the one that says nothing at all. Days turned into weeks, into months. The love that once built them now broke them. Amaka's friends said, leave. Her mother said, pray. Her pastor said, forgive. And Amaka did all of it. But forgiveness without change becomes a wound that never closes. Instead of healing, it got worse. Obinna began coming home late. The scent of unfamiliar perfume lingered on his shirts. Amaka knew, but she said nothing, believing silence could heal what honesty had already destroyed. Then, one night, everything scattered. The rain fell heavy and lightning flashed like the sky itself was angry. Obinna stumbled in, smelling of alcohol and guilt. Amaka stood by the window,
holding their wedding photo. She looked at him and asked quietly, "Obinna, when did you stop loving me?" He couldn't answer because deep down, he didn't know when the warmth turned to fire, when the protector became the destroyer, when love started to hurt. In his silence, Amaka understood. Sometimes, love doesn't die, it just changes owners. And she whispered, "If I'm too much, may you find someone worth less." But Obinna didn't hear, because pride is louder than regret. A month later, Obinna's new relationship collapsed. The woman who once told him he deserved better loved herself more and showed him shege in full measure. Suddenly, Obinna realized peace was never in the arms of another. It was in the woman who prayed for him when he stopped praying for himself. He went back to Amaka, hoping forgiveness still lived there, but the door that once welcomed him remained closed. Inside, Amaka had changed, not from bitterness, but from healing. She had built a new life, one that no longer depended on being loved by someone else. When she saw him one last time, she said softly, "Obinna, love should build, not bruise. I wish you healing, but not my return." And she walked away, calm, radiant, a woman reborn through the pain that once almost killed her. So listen well, traveler of hearts. When love starts to hurt, it is no longer love, it is a test. A test of how far you will go to save yourself. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stop watching a tree that refuses to grow with you. Amaka learns that peace isn't found in holding on. It's in knowing when to let go. And Obinna learned, too late, that some people are prayers you lose when you stop believing. The elders say, when love starts to hurt, it has stopped being love. Do not curse it, release it. For the heart that walks away in peace will always find a gentler tomorrow. And so, the story ends where you began, with a reminder, love is beautiful, but never let it silence your soul. When love starts to hurt, walk away. When love heals, let it stay. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and leave a comment. I truly love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe, so you'll be here when our circle of tales gathers again. Until next time, stay kind, stay warm, and keep love close. Bye for now.